Krishna Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedhamiti Namine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please tell loudly Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all my gratitude and make many praises to Srila Prabhupada for giving all of us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All glory to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radha and Lord Gopinath. Please tell loudly. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna. Before commencing today's Bhagavath Katha, I would like to tell you that on Sunday, that is day after tomorrow, we have Jagannath Rathayatra from the temple. It will start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And after it come back in the evening, from 6 to 9 there will be Aradhana worship of Lord Gopinath and Srimati Radharani, Jagannath Subhadramai, and you will also have Mahaprasada. So please participate in the event and make it successful. So we are in the Bhagavath Katha, first canto. Today we are doing 5th chapter, 37th verse. I shall repeat the verse very slowly. Please repeat me 3 times. Thereafter I shall do the narration. Every week from Tuesday to Friday in the morning, this time we have Bhagavata in English, and Tuesday, Wednesday Mahabharata in Hindi, and Thursday Ramayana in Hindi in the evenings. So please repeat the verse 3 times along with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam. Vasudevaya Dhimahi. Vasudevaya Dhimahi. Pradyumnaya Aniruddhaya Namaha Sankarsanasya Cha. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam. Vasudevaya Dhimahi. Pradyumnaya Aniruddhaya Namaha Sankarsanaya Cha. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam. Vasudevaya Dhimahi. Pradyumnaya Aniruddhaya Namaha Sankarsanaya Cha. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam. Vasudevaya Dhimahi. Pradyumnaya Aniruddhaya Namaha Sankarsanaya Cha. The word-to-word meaning of this verse is Om. Om is the sign of chanting the transcendental glory of the Lord. Any name which starts with Om, it refers to Sri Krishna Paramatma, the Supreme God. Namaha means we are offering obeisances. We are offering obeisances unto the Lord. Bhagavate, unto the personality of God. Tubhyam, unto you. Vasudevaya, unto the Lord, the son of Vasudeva. Dhimahi, let us chant. Pradyumnaya, Aniruddhaya, and Sankarsanaya. All the plenary questions of Vasudeva. Namaha, respectful obeisances. Cha, and let us all chant the glories of Vasudeva along with his plenary expanses of Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Sankarsana. This in Goloka Vrindavana, See all these planets what you see, stars, moon, star, sun, everything, including this earth, Venus, Mars. This is not just one universe. There are many universes. Akhilakota Brahmanda. In this Akhilakota Brahmanda, beyond all these things is occupied in 25% of the space. Balance 75% is Goloka Vrindavana, where Krishna, in Goloka Vrindavana, Krishna is there, along with Srimati Radhani. During the original creation, first he himself formed into 4 forms. One as Paravasudeva, himself known as Krishna, then Aniruddha, Pradyumna and Sankarsana. And another living being, just like as a living being, but she is not, does not have any life like us. She is eternal, she is always with Krishna Paramatma, that is Radharani. And this Paravasudeva, he is the protector of everyone, he is the original creator, that is Krishna Paramatma. The Sankarsana takes the form of Adilesha in all Vaikunthas, in all Brahmandas. Each Brahmanda will have one Vaikuntha, one Kailasa and one Brahmaloka. Apart from there are many other planets. So in every Vaikuntha, Sankarsana will take the position of Adishesha. And Aniruddha, he takes the form of Mahavishnu in all the Vaikunthas. Whatever number of Vaikunthas are there in this Akhilakota Brahmanda, in all the Vaikunthas, Aniruddha will take the form of Mahavishnu. And from Mahavishnu's navel, that is Navi, umbilicus, lotus flower is poured, from which Brahma will take he will be created. From his mind, from Chaturmuka Brahma's mind, 4 Manasa Putras will be there. And when they were asked to continue the progeny, they won't say, we are devotees of God, we don't want to continue the progeny. Then Chaturmuka Brahma becomes angry, and with angry mind, he will create Shiva. So Shiva is the 4th or 5th position, but he, after Mahavishnu, he is the 2nd, because Krishna is having several thousands of characters, qualities, gunas. But otherwise, Mahavishnu, important things are 64. Out of 64, Shiva will be having 52, Brahma will be having only 45. For that reason, though Shiva is created later, he occupies the 2nd position. That is, after Sri Mahavishnu, he is in the 2nd position. And Chaturmukha Brahma is 3rd. Even we have 21 characters, qualities of Krishna, but we don't remember that and we don't follow also that, like that. So according to, what is Pradyumna's, Aniruddha I told you Sankarsana. And Sankarsana, apart from the Avatara as Adishesha and all Vaikunthas, he also takes the form of Shiva and all the Kailasa. So, what about Pradyumna? Pradyumna, when we sleep, all the living beings, when they sleep, in the earlier births, we had many desires. Even in this life, we have many desires which are unfulfilled. To fulfill those desires, our soul will leave this body and go away. That is the reason when you are in the deep sleep, people will say that we are half dead. People say that we are half dead. Half dead means the Atma will not be there. Atma will go away, we are out in search of the desires. And it will come back by the time we awake. It will occupy the same thing. So all these things are controlled by Pradyumna. Pradyumna brings my soul into my body, your soul into your body, and somebody's soul into somebody's body, like that. It is his action. So like that it happens. So during the Dwapara Yuga, that is about 5250 years ago, when Krishna Paramatma incarnated here, Golaka Krishna Paramatma himself has incarnated in full form on the earth. At that time, there were 5 incarnations, not one. 5 incarnations were there. One is as Vyasa Bhagwan, who has compiled this Srimad Bhagavatham, and who has also compiled written the great epic Mahabharata in 1 lakh verses available on earth, as well as Arjuna is the incarnation of Krishna. Krishna himself is the incarnation of Krishna. Again, Rukmini's son, that is Krishna and Rukmini's son, Pradyumna is also Krishna. That is Pradyumna who is there he will incarnate himself as Pradyumna here. Again, Aniruddha will also incarnate as grandson of Krishna. Like that, there are 5 Rupas, Krishna Rupas during the Dwapara Yuga. According to the Pancharatra, Narayana is the primeval cause of all expansions of God. Again, Krishna is having several names. We should not be confused that he is different from all those things. Whether it is Mahavishnu, it is Narayana, it is Krishna, it is Rama, it is one and the same. He is having several thousands of names. So this Narayana also is the same. What is the meaning of Narayana? Nara means all living beings. Nara means not just human beings. Nara means all living beings. All living beings are dependent upon God. Ayana. Ayana means God. So Narayana means it is his name to Krishna because we are all dependent upon Narayana. Again, he is also called as Vishnu because he is Sarvavyapi, he is spread all over, he is pervading everywhere. You can, like in Hiranyakashipu Prahlada discussion when Hiranyakashipu whether God is there in this pillar, he says it is everywhere. Then when he shows in this pillar also, then when he eats, nothing out, he comes out in the form of nothing avatara. Like that, Krishna is spread all over. He is spread all over. These are Vasudeva, Sankarshana and Pradyumna and Aniruddha. They are the expansion of the Krishna himself. And Pradyumna is on the right of Sankarshana and Aniruddha is on the left of Vasudeva, and thus the 4 deities are situated. They are known as the 4 aids decamp of Sri Krishna because they all are associated with each other. This is a Vedic hymning. For the words, what we have told earlier is a Vedic hymn or mantra beginning with the Omkara Pranava. Start with Omkara, and thus the mantra is established by the transcendental chanting process, namely Om Namo Dhimahi. The purport of this is that any transaction, either in the field of fruitive work or in the empiric philosophy, which is not ultimately aimed at transcendental realization of the Supreme Lord, is considered to be useless. See, until unless we have full faith and we surrender to God, just talking about some philosophies or talking about the God, it would not be anything useful. If you just for fruitive purpose, you have so many desires. In this nature, we have 3 different qualities: Sattviya Guna, Tamasa Guna and Rasa Guna and Tamasa Guna. We are attracted by these gunas and we will have lot of desires. All these desires are because of Rajasic Guna and Tamasic Guna. In Rajasic Guna, we try to acquire those desires, to fulfill their desires by doing some hard work or by taking some loans or like that. We do so many things, but we try to fulfill our all desires. And again, in Tamasic Guna, what happens is either one will be laziness, and also by seeing others wealthy, he would try to rob, steal from him the wealth by looting it. Even the government is doing the same. In the form of taxes, they are looting us. In the name of taxes, they are looting us. Or by the way of bribing, they are looting us. So, but in general, ordinary people, what they do is, according to their own power and capacity, whatever strength they have, they either try to rob some in thousands or lakhs and crores from somebody else by beating them or killing them or by doing so many other atrocities, by terrorism, they loot. So all these things, by remembering God as well as you do all these things, it has no meaning. You are remembering God, okay, but at the same time you are committing those sins means it is a useless thing. We need to surrender to God and using our Sattviya Guna nature, that is a goodness, intelligence, what we have to do is using our intelligence, we need to surrender to God and do our karma in a dharma marga, dharma path, so that we will be able to fulfill our desires. As well as at the last, in the end, we need to remember while leaving this body, we are born to die. We are born to die, we need not be scared about our death. One day or other we need to die. So at that time we have to remember God to achieve salvation, that is liberation, moksha. Moksha means our Atma will never merge with Paramatma's Atma. That is wrong. Many people, Mayavadis who or atheists, they say our Atma will merge with Paramatma's soul. No, it never happens. We live separately, like here we are living different individuals. Similarly, we live in the Goloka Vrindavan also or in any of the Vaikunthas with Krishna Paramatma as his devotee doing his service. So, but we will not have any other birth or death. Otherwise, if you don't remember him, whatever you remember or based on your present or past karma, whether it is papa or punya, based on that one you will be taking different positions, different births. Different births will be taking. And so far already we have taken many lakhs of births, not as human beings. Not as human beings. If anybody is not understanding English, please tell me. I will narrate in Hindi or Telugu. It's not a problem. But it will be limited because we need to go according to the time. Time may not be sufficient. If somebody is not understanding English, please tell me. So we need to ultimately reach the Godhead. Our home is not our home. Maybe it is you are owned by your own parents or grandparents. But it is not. It is only till we live in that family. For that to particularly ladies, till they get married. Once they get married, they go into my in-laws place. And suppose it is son, he will stay in that house till he owns it. Or he sells it also, he will go away. Or he leaves the body also, it does not belong to him. Either his progeny will continue or somebody will loot it. So this whatever the house we are staying, it's all only just leased land to us. Our original home is going back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, we can have darshan and sit and continue the class for some more time. So like that, we need to go back to Godhead. So realization of Supreme Lord is considered to be the best. Narada, this chapter, Narada has told Devarsi Narada, he is telling all these things while explaining about his past life to Vyasa Maharshi, to simplify the Bhagavatham for our purpose. Narada Maharshi is explaining his own birth to Vedas Bhagavan while compiling this Srimad Bhagavatham to make it simplified. Because in Kali Yuga time, for us to understand this Bhagavatam, we are less intelligent. We might be holding some PhD degrees or some higher qualifications. That is only literary education what we are having. But otherwise, we don't have spiritual education. That spiritual education we need to have, for which until unless it is simplified, we will not understand. For that reason, Narada Maharshi is explaining so many things to Vyasa Bhagavan. Again, both are incarnations of Krishna himself. Vyasa Bhagavan knows, he is a Sarvagna, he has all knowledge, but still to help him in the compiling in simple way, Narada Maharshi tells about his birth as well as his previous birth, as well as how to simplify it. So, Narada Maharshi has therefore explained the nature of unalloyed devotional services by his personal experience in the development of intimacy between the Lord and the living entity by gradual process of progressive devotional activities. See what Narada Maharshi is doing? He is doing only preaching, and also he is conveying messages from one planet to other planet. He has so much of in the previous birth, that is in the previous creation, not in this present creation. In the present creation, he is the Manasa Putra of Chaturmukha Brahma. But otherwise, in the previous birth, he was a maid servant's son. Like our maid servant carries her children while coming to the body to work along with her. When she does not have any caretaker to take care of the children. Those children, they get used to the work what his mother is doing by seeing what is she doing and what we are telling. Like that, similarly, Narada Maharshi and his mother in earlier birth, they were working as maid servants in the sages. Hare Krishna, you please all sit down or please stand backside so others can concentrate. You stand in the side please at least. You can sit down, continuing this thing and you can as much as time you have, you continue hearing, then you can leave. So, Narada Maharshi tells about his previous birth, and they were working with sages. They were working with sages, and he did not have any spiritual master, but seeing the sages what they are doing, he gained all the knowledge. And in the present creation, he became the Manasa-putra of Chaturmukha Brahma. Like that, even we need to do our karma. We cannot renunciate and come and sit in the temple like this, doing arti and other things. If it is, we have some time, you can do that. But otherwise, you have to perform your own karma as a student or as a professionalist, whether you are working outside or your own business. You need to carry on your own business. Without shunning them, you have to remember God also. Like this Prabhu is carrying the chanting bag. You carry the chanting bag, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has instructed to chant 64 rounds on the bead chain. Each bead chain contains 108 beads. So say Hare Krishna Mahamantra once, turn the bead. Let 108 into 64 rounds. But that was instructed about 650 years ago, when he has taken the birth between Odisha and Bengal area. So now presently, because we are well occupied in other activities for earning purpose, for living, we need to at least chant, like that Prabhu is chanting, chant Hare Krishna Mantra at least once at home or in the temple, or other remaining time, whenever you get time, carry the bag in your field side, and wherever it is possible, chant with the bags, beads. Otherwise, if you don't have the beads also, without beads, n number of times, countless, so that you can remember, it becomes a practice for you. We shall remember Krishna at the end of our life to achieve salvation. Achieving salvation is our ultimate goal. Otherwise, you can have any number of goals. It is not limited that you should have only ultimate goal only. You can have hundreds of goals. Or to achieve those desires, while do your action without expecting desire. When you don't expect the desire, God knows what we need. Because like our parents, when we are in the childhood, our parents used to give us food in time, give clothes, give books while going to school. They used to take care of us. Similarly, God, we are all belong to God's family. We are all His children. He knows what to give, when to give. When you are practicing this Mahamantra, remembering Him, He would definitely give us happiness in the world by fulfilling all our desires in this world, as well as He will also bless us for achieving the salvation. That is what we need and require. Such a progressive march of transcendental devotion of Lord culminates in the attainment of loving service of the Lord, which is called the prema in different things. See, an affection between mother, father and parents and children is called as Pitru Vatsalya or Matru Vatsalya. The love between man and woman or a husband and wife is Kama. Again, between our children, ourselves is Putra Prema or Putrika Prema, whatever it is. The Prema, the affection what we have in God, that is known as Bhakti. Bhakti is nothing, something different. The meaning of Bhakti is our Prema, affection in God. So that develops, which is called Prema in different transcendental variegatedness called Rasas, taste. Such devotional service is also executed in mixed forms, namely mixed with fruity work or empiric philosophical speculation. If you want, you can also express your desire before God. But it is up to the God. Leave the result to the God. You can express your desire. After expressing desire, you should not say, I am doing this, you do this. See, many people, they go to Balaji temple. What they say is, oh God, give me 1 crore of rupees, I will give you 10 lakhs rupees. God is not waiting for our 10 lakhs rupees. When He can give the crore of rupees, why will He take 10 lakhs rupees from us? That is foolishness. Some people, they even say that I will mundan karla, I will shave my head. By shaving head, nothing, even that is done free. They are not losing anything. So all such things is not correct way. So you express your desire, but leave the result to the God. He will give you at an appropriate time. He will give you an appropriate time. If you ask today, He may not give you today. He will give you at an appropriate time. So now the question which was raised by the great rishis headed by Saunaka regarding the conceptual part of Suta's achievement to the spiritual master is explained here in the chanting of the hymen, consisting of 33 letters. See this Om Vasudeva Dhimahi, that word, the verse, entire verse contains 33 letters. Like ABCD is 26 letters. This Mahamantra contains 33 letters. Each one of them will be there. Maybe those letters are repeating, but totally it is made up of 33 letters. And Suta Maharshi, he is a disciple of Vysadeva. He is chanting that Mahamantra, they are telling about it. And also, when you go to other temples means Vishnu incarnations is okay. But if you go other devatas, demigods temples, like Ganesha, Subramanya, Kartikeya, Ayyappa and all those things, there also what they have, there are totally 33,000 crore gods are there. And each of them has been different 33 crore demigods. Each of them having different responsibilities. If you go and express your desire, you do not know what responsibility they have. They cannot fulfill your desire. When you go there, you just say, oh Swami or Devata, whatever, Devi, please give me affection in Krishna, in any form. Whether it is Rama, Narasimha, Varaha, Srinivasa, whatever. Any thousands of forms he is having. Any of the Krishna forms, you ask for prema, bhakti, that's all. But when you come to this, any of the Krishna's temple, you can express your desire, but leave the result to the God. That is what is told. And this mantra is addressed to the 4 deities. This Om, this Mahamantra, what we have said, Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Vasudevaya Dhimahi Pradyumnaya Aniruddha Namaha Sankarsana. They here all the 4 names are coming. Vasudeva is the name of Krishna Paramatma himself. In the eternal Goloka Vrindavana, he is known as Paravasudeva or Krishna himself. And Dwapara Yuga, because he was the son of Vasudeva, he is also known as Vasudeva itself. Like that, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarsana, everything, all 4 related to him. And this mantra is addressed to the 4 deities of the Lord with his plenary expansions. The central figure is called Lord Sri Krishna because the plenary portions are his 8 decam. The most confidential 8 decam means, I told you, Aniruddha, he expands himself into Mahavishnu in all the Vaikunthas. Pradyumna, he takes care of our soul when we are sleeping. Our Atman leaves this body. Everybody, they say half dead. When deep, they say half dead. At that time, our Atma leaves this body. That is the reason it is half dead. Again it comes back by the time we wake up. How it comes back? Because Atma once goes away, it might enter into somebody's body also. So all this is controlled by Pradyumna. Pradyumna incarnation controls. So like this, and Sankarsana is the Adishesha, as in himself is the Shiva incarnation. So, and remember the glories. One should always chant and remember the glories of Lord Sri Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, along with his different plenary position, expand as Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Those expansions are the original deities of all other truths, namely either Vishnu Tattva or Shakti Tattvas. They are also known as Vishnu Tattvas or Shakti Tattvas. Since we have some more time, we shall continue with the other verse. This is today's 38th verse, again second verse, 38th verse. I shall repeat the verse 3 times. Please repeat it loudly. Like earlier the verse, I do the narration afterwards. Iti Murti, please tell loudly. Iti Murti, Abhidanena, Mantra Murtim, Amurtikam, Ijate, Yajna Purusham, Sa Samyak, Darshana Kumam, Iti Murti, Abhidanena, Mantra Murtim, Amurtikam, Ijate, Yajna Purusham, Sa Samyak, Darshana Kumam, Iti Murti, Abhidanena, Mantra Murtim, Amurtikam, Ijate, Yajna Purusham, sa samyak darshana puman iti murti abhidanena mantra murtim amurtikam vijate yajna purusham sa samyak darshana puman. The word-to-word meaning of this is iti, means thus. Murti, representation. Abhidanena, in sound. Mantra murtim, form of representing. Hare Krishna, please lift it and put it inside. But do not disturb. Put it inside. Lift it and put it. Iti, thus. Murti, representation. Abhidanena, in sound. Mantra murti, form of representation of transcendental sound. Amurtikam, the Lord who has no material form. Ijate, worship. Yajna, Vishnu, Purusham, the personality of Godhead. Saha, he alone. Samyak, perfectly. Darshanaha, one who has been. Puman, person. Thus he is the actual seer who worships in the form of transcendental sound representation the personality of Supreme Godhead Vishnu, who has no material form. A real devotee, even wherever he is there. Why I told you many times that we can chant anywhere, even while traveling, while having bath, while doing our cooking. So many times you can do. At that time, before you, there is no deity, or practically he is not present over there. But since he is pervading all over, the sound itself, the sound, what the Hare Krishna Mahamantra you are chanting, in that sound itself he reverberates. You should imagine in that one. He is a real devotee. In the form of transcendental sound representation, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, who has no material form. Of course, he has taken the human form as Rama in the Treta Yuga. Earlier in Satya Yuga has taken the form of Vamana. Also in Dwapara Yuga has taken the form of Krishna, Arjuna, etc. But in originally, he does not have material form like us. He does not have material form like us, but he has a form. His form is Nirakara. Again, Nirakara means no, it's not that no form. Many people understand that Nirakara means there is no form. No. Nirakara means our form. See, we have born as a child, small child, and we have been growing. We have childhood, then again youthfulness, again middle age, old age, and finally we leave this one. Like our body is changing, that is our akara is changing. Our akara is changing. Ours is not Nirakara. Whereas Krishna Paramatma, he is always like a teenager. He is always like 16-year-old boy and never changes. He never changes. So that is the reason he is known as Nirakara and he has no body. That is the meaning of it. And he is available in 8 to 10 different forms. I told you in Goloka Vrindavana he is available as Paravasudeva. In all Vaikuntha's as also the same, we can't see those forms. Again, during the Vibhava Avtaras, that is Krishna, Rama, all these are Vibhava Avtaras, we could see. That is the past time. That also we can't see. Now time is over, we can't see. Today we can see only in the form of Archa Rupa. This is known as Archa Avtara or Archa or deity. Now again it is not called as idol. Idol means it's also what you find Ambedkar statue or Gandhi statue outside on the road. Those are idols. This is not idol. This is a deity. Because here in the temple or at home we install it by chanting Mahamantras. So it is known as deities, Archa Rupa, Archa Avatara, Vigraha, like that. So also he is available in the form of Grandha Avatara. Grandha Avatara means Ramayana, Mahabharata, Vedas, all these are Bhagavatham, all these are Grandha Avatara. Again he is also in the form of Dvani. Dvani means, now I am telling Srimad Bhagavatham, here I am many times repeating Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. There he is also available in the Krishna form, Dvani form. Also he is all everywhere spread over. all over spread, all pervading. And also he is our Antaratma. He is also our Antaryami. He can't see the Antaryami, he can't see the Paravasudeva, he can't see the Vibhavatara. We can see only the Vigraha, Archavatara only we can see. We can see Archavatara, we can listen in the form of Dvani, we can see in the form of scriptures, like that. In the Kali Yuga time, that is only possible. Earlier, in the earlier Yugas, they were seeing practically before them. But everyone did not understand that he was God. Krishna was there on the earth, Rama was on the God, Ramana was there. But nobody during that time, they did not think that he was the supreme God. Everybody mistook him. They took them as magic boys, or they are doing some mystic things like that. But for that reason only, Krishna Paramatma incarnated as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a devotee, and he gave us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and asked us to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra to remember him. Our present senses are all made of material elements, and therefore they are imperfect in realizing the transcendental form of Lord Vishnu. Just now, earlier in the verse, I told you that in this nature there are three qualities: Satvika, Rajasika, and Tamasa. And we have Satvika Guna, that is very good. It's an intelligent character. But otherwise, if we are the Rajasa Guna, goodness, and Tamasa Guna, ignorant qualities, that is everybody we are having those things. Of course, everyone we have all the three qualities, but in us, in some of them, Satvika will be dominating, in some of them, Raja will be dominating, in something, Tamasa will be dominating. People who do the hard work to fulfill desires, they have goodness quality, that is Rajasika. The persons who try to steal somebody by killing or beating or looting, and people who are lazy, they have Tamasika Gunas. People who have intelligent this thing, they follow the Dharma part, they follow truthfulness, honesty will be there, ahimsa will be there, they will never do any harm to anyone. They treat every living being, not just human being, every living being equally, because Antaratma, Paramatma is there. Like that, and while earning themselves for living purpose, they also share their whatever earnings there for good cause in the devotional service. Such people are called Satvika. So whichever is dominating, that character will be prevailing in us. So, but in this Kali Yuga time, most of us will be having either Rajasika or Tamasika. Very less people will have Satvika Guna. And this Rajasika Guna, where people have no belief in God, whereas Tamasika Guna, they never believe in God, they are all atheists. They are atheists, they pretend to believe in God. Some people, they pretend to believe in God. Like Stalin is there. Stalin, he is an atheist, but he goes to the temple also. Why? To improve his vote bank. Like that, many people, not only him, like that, many people are there. They pretend to get their vote bank like that. So, not only political leaders, many bureaucrats, many people are like that. So, this experience is not a vague impersonal experience. It is actually an experience of transcendental personality of Godhead who possesses the pure form of eternity, bliss and knowledge. God is all bliss, He is ever time, eternally is happy. He is never have any suffering. It does not, like we are attached to this, we have bondage, we are attracted to all these gunas. But whereas God is not attracted by these gunas. When he was taken the human form as Rama or Krishna also, he was never attached with any papa or punya or any bondage. He was not there. That is the reason he is known as Uttama Purusha or Purushottama. In the Amaragosha Sanskrit dictionary, the dictionary, what we call is, we have many dictionaries are there. Even Google has given dictionary used in all meanings in all languages, most of the languages. This Amaragosha Sanskrit dictionary is there. The word Murti carries import in twofold meanings, namely form and difficulty. Therefore, Amurtikam, explained by Acharya Sri Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura, as meaning without difficulty. This ones, when we are in difficulties, we take the form of a murti and we see God only in that murti. Also like that happened. So there are two different versions. So amurtikam. Amurtikam means it's a original spiritual senses we will have. What you feel is, अरे ये तो पत्थर से बना हुआ है, कुछ मेटल से बना हुआ है, इसमें क्या ज्ञान रहता, कुछ ज्ञान नहीं रहता, he cannot understand. It's only out of fantasy we are making. No, nothing like that one. Whatever God he is seeing, earlier in the Dwapara Yuga or in the Golokunda, Krishna is seeing us. Even the same Murti Vigraha, though he cannot speak to us today, it's not that. He is giving all power. He can listen to us, he can understand us, he can see us. Every part of his Vigraha can do everything. Every Anga can do. It's not like our hands will work, our legs will work. No, it's not for the God, it is not. All parts of the body will do. And he can understand because with mantra, chanting, it was installed. That power is given. That power is given. That is the reason we maintain this temple so neat and clean. So, which can be revived by chanting the holy mantras or transcendental sound representations. Such sound should be received from the transparent agency of the bona fide spiritual master, and the chanting may be practiced by the direction of spiritual master. Nowadays what's happening, see, for example, this Gayatri Mahamantra. Gayatri Mahamantra actually should never be chanted openly. But many people, singers, they recorded in singing form, song form, and they play as they like. That is wrong. That's the reason here in Bhagavatham they are saying, one should hear to the Mahamantra, to the spiritual master or a bona fide person who is doing the preaching, like that, and then follow it accordingly. Such should be received from the transparent agency of the bona fide master, and the chanting may be practiced in the direction of the spiritual master. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it should be chanted on the beach, that is the instruction. But for any reason, if we do not have the time to chant on it, while doing or driving, we cannot do. At that time, our mind itself, you think the chanting bag in your mind. For bhavana, nothing is limited. You can chant by chanting beat, you can think, imagine anything. Like that, you do that one. You think that you are chanting on the beat itself, in the mind, imagine it and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. There is nothing wrong. Such sound should be received from chanting to practice in direction of spiritual master. That will gradually lead us near to the Lord. The method of worship is recommended in the Pancharatrika system. That is what we Sri Vaishnavas follow. We have a different Pancharatra arrangement is there. We follow that one. That has to be done. But even if it is not there, without the string also worship can be done. Imagining them in the mind. Imagining in the mind, it can be done. Without the help of such codes, one cannot approach the Lord. Certainly not by dry philosophical speculation. The Pancharatrika system is both practical and suitable for this age of quarrel. This Kali Yuga is known as the age of quarrel because each of us, everybody will be having feeling jealousy about others, and also we try to develop enmity. We don't try to develop friendship. Friendship also, it may be, if we develop, it would be only for temporary time. But otherwise, we buy enmity with everyone. So, that is the reason this is known as age of quarrel. The Pancharatra is more important than the Vedanta for this modern age. So, now we shall chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 10 times and we shall disperse for today. Please chant the mantra loudly. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vysadeva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please chant loudly 10 times. We shall chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Loudly please, I am not able to hear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Swasti Pradyapayantyan Nyayena Margen Mahimeshaha Govashvastu Nityam Samasta Loka Sukhinovantu Kayena Vacha Manasendriya Buddhyatpate Swabhavat Karomi Yedyat Parasmai Narayana Sarpayami Srimad Narada Sarpayami Sarvam Sri Krishna Vastu Mangalam 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 Nitya Dimangalam Jai Sri Radha Gupta Ki. Please tell loudly please. Jai Sri Radha Gupta Ki. Jai Sri Jagannath Sudharmai Ki. Jai Sri Nasing Bhagwan Ki. Jai Sri Prahlad Maharaj Ki. Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki. Jai Sri Panchatattva Ki. Jai Sri Madhvan Granth Ki. Jai Sri Hare Krishna Bhagavant Ki. Jai Sri Prabhupada Ki. Hare Krishna. Once again I shall remind you that on Sunday we have Jagannath Yatra starting at 1 p.m. from the temple, and it will come back before 6. From 6 to 9 p.m. there shall be Aradhana, that is worship of the Lord, and there shall be a distribution of Mahaprasadam. Please participate in that one, make it success. Also, our Bhagavatham and Mahabharata Ramana will start from Tuesday to Friday on the next week. Hare Krishna. This is